Okay, my friend Dan.
How you doing?
Daniel O. Jr.
Yes.
Welcome to the window seat, my friend. How are you feeling today?
Fantastic. I mean, when we shot last time, I think you remember this quite correctly, right? That side was my sexy side. And I come in today, and he's like, "Go sit over there." Yeah. Now, I don't know if we would have got more views if I sat over there, but I think we all agree, right, that this is also my sexy side, so you lose.
So let me give the intro to the episode. So, welcome to the Window Seat podcast, everyone. Ideally, you can learn about local culture, how different people travel around the world. When they go to a different place, what all do they do? How do they interact with local people? What all are the tools they use for booking their travel? How do they immerse themselves truly into a new culture? We're also going to be talking about how the person grew up, where they grew up with, and basically, we're understanding every bit of you, Daniel. And that's what the window seat is. So the first season today, we are going to be taking you guys through an entire tour of how Nigerian people are, how they talk and they vibe, and their secret to their confidence. And Dan as a person is a very energetic guy, as you will see for sure. And let's start off the first question, which is extremely controversial. I'm going to ask you this one question. The most
Extremely controversial. Yeah. Okay, watch your comments blow up. Okay, let's go.
So there's a popular saying which says, if you go black, you don't go back.
I don't know what you're talking about. If you know what he's talking about, please talk about it in the comments. I never heard that before. Where have you heard it before?
No, come on. No.
Yeah, man. I don't know.
Why is that though?
Bro, ask her, man. You know what I mean? Just ask them. You know what I'm saying? Ask them in the comments, bro. I don't wanna elaborate on that one. I don't know what you guys, you know, you have your pick, but you say it came from you guys. It didn't come from us. You know what I'm saying? But yeah.
Oh, man. But you know, Nigerian people in general are so energetic and are so jumpy at all times.
Yeah.
And it looks like there's no sadness in your life. But it's always people jumping around and being so happy. What is the secret to this? Is this something culturally different, or is this...
You know, elaborating on, you said like, it's like there's no sadness in our lives. That's absolutely not true. I mean, if there was no sadness in anyone, right, that would be like remarkable.
Yeah, the world would be a better place.
Yeah, absolutely. I wish that for everyone. Yeah. The thing is, there's definitely sadness in Nigeria. I want to touch up on what, I mean, you can name in the comments if you want to touch up on some subjects, and maybe we could talk about it later. But, you know, it's how we deal with that sadness, Arjun, is how we deal with it. Do you know what I'm saying? I feel like we just deal with it better. It happens so often, it becomes a norm, and you're just like, you know what? If you believe in God, then I reckon you get your happiness from there. If your graft and your hustle is what's making you happy, I guess if it's your family, you know, we all find different reasons to be happy. So yeah, I just think that it's authentic because we're coming from a place of pain. Yeah. Our happiness is then emphasized.
Correct. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's amplified.
Each moment is lived much more.
Yeah. Absolutely. Sorry for hitting the table there. If it breaks, it's on him. You know what I mean? Just put it on the bill, just put it on the tab.
Oh man. No. I think, you know, that's what conveys even with the music and the kind of culture of what you guys live with, the colors and clothing, let it be the kind of vibe with the music also. Yeah. It's so vibrant that people want to catch on, and like how you told me the last time, it's that okay, you see the vibe and people get attracted to you. What is this vibe?
Us Nigerians, baby. I mean, you hear it in our music. I mean, you listen to a bit Afrobeats. I think I heard some music pumping over there, and your headphones. You were working out. You were listening to what was it? Rayma? Was it? Wizkid, Burna Boy. Who'd you listen to?
Wizkid is nice.
Yeah.
Burna Boy, I got introduced to it recently. On the Low was one of the songs. Okay. One of the key things I saw on that video was how he puts his hand like this. Yeah. In the first beginning of it. He puts his hand like this and he starts dancing like this.
You're going to have to put that image in the comments below. But yeah, I mean, we're entering an era now where Africans are dominating the media. They're all over you know, they're all over socials, they're all over, you got TikTok dances, you got, you know what I'm saying, you got Afro beats, and every DJ wants to swing one or make some sort of, you even got commercial artists, right? Like
it's
Drake.
even there in India. There's a song called Imi Imi. It was by, I forgot who the artist is, but it's Afro beats. It's the same kind of beat with Indian music with it, you know?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That sounds mad.
And
that sounds crazy.
It's by the same artist.
You have to plug me in.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, what was I going with this? All right, so basically, you know, even commercial artists want to plug themselves in and feature with like African artists. So obviously there's a buzz right now, and I feel like, is it not about time? I mean, come on, bro. It's about time, man. You know what I'm saying? That we have some light shined on these people. Because for so many years now, through oppression and all of this, slavery, and I don't want to get into it too much.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that, bro, it's about time that us people with culture, with color, with pride, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Step out there, you know what I mean? And really make a buzz, really make the vibe, because the vibe was here the whole time.
Yeah.
The whole time, man. I reckon that, you know, back in the days when UK took their ships or however they went to Africa and India, they saw the vibe. Yeah. There was definitely a vibe in front of their eyes.
Yeah.
That moment. You see coloured dresses. Yeah. You're seeing how our culture is, how we eat it, bro, how we be talking to each other. You're just walking down the street butt naked. Do you know what I'm saying? No shoes on our feet. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Vibes. Yeah. And we're loving life. They come and ruin that all. Yeah. But it's about time, decades down the line, that, you know, we're standing up like this, you know what I mean? On
the pride on it is there.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
I mean, hands down, dude. Like, even for me, if I'm in the UK, especially if I'm going to let's say a club or a party or something, I'm naturally drawn to the Afrobeat side. Like, it's just that vibe. It makes it so much more like, it puts you into that mood to move on.
I mean, I enjoy many genres of music, to be fair. But Afrobeat's just something about it, you know what I mean? Yeah. Me being African myself, like, I'm proud that, you know, some of my friends who maybe back in the day, if they heard any African music, oh, what's that playing? But now they're actively downloading it, you know what I'm saying? And we get the win, you know what I mean? So big up to anyone doing Afrobeats right now.
Which is your favorite song, though?
I don't know. I've been playing a lot of Tour by Ruger. Lately, I've been playing that song quite a lot. I've been playing a lot of Burna Boy, like big up my boy Burna Boy. Some Rayma, definitely Rayma.
I called it Rima for the longest of times.
Yeah. Yeah, he's good. He's definitely good, man. He's talented at what he does. Big up on herself. But yeah, man. Just a few people. Sorry if I'm missing out. It's such a long list. Do you know what I'm saying? But there's a few I listen to. You know what I mean? There's a few.
Well, let's go back to the place like Nigeria. Now, Nigeria is a country in Africa. Africa has different places like Ghana, there's South Africa. There are so many places. Which part of Nigeria are you from? Are you from Nigeria, or which part of Africa are you from?
Okay, so I was born here in the UK. But if you check my heritage, obviously you got my mum, who's Igbo. It's from the Igbo tribe.
Igbo tribe?
Yeah.
So Igbo is a place?
So, no, it's a tribe.
Okay.
It's a tribe in Nigeria. So she's Igbo. Sorry, just hit the microwave. The microwave? I called it microwave. What's wrong with me? You know what I mean? Microwave. Why did I say that? Guys, don't cuss me in the comment. Don't cuss. I know what you're like. Oh, yeah, you said microwave. You said donut. Right, so. Yeah, man. So
You were saying your mom.
So back to my mum. My mum's Igbo. She's from the Igbo tribe. My dad is Yoruba, full-on Yoruba.
Okay. Yoruba is another tribe?
Yeah, and I also have a tribe in me. It's a rare tribe, but it's called Shekiri.
Shekiri.
So, yeah, that's from my nan's side. So, very Nigerian. You know what I'm saying? Just born here in the UK. So.
And how long back did your parents shift to the UK? Were they also born and brought up here?
They came here when they were pregnant with me, I believe.
Okay.
So, they're been married for a year before my birth. So that will make them married for 34 years
Okay.
now. You know what I'm saying? So I'd imagine around 34 years ago, 33 years ago, they decided to move over here. So yeah.
How was your growing up? So I believe that you grew up in the UK, and tell me your story of you growing up.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, do you want
I want the in-depth of how you grew up, the full story.
The full story.
Yes.
I don't know where to start, man. All right, let's talk about...
Where did you grow up? Let's start there.
Yeah, so I was born in Tottenham. Funny
The
story.
Tottenham Arsenal you were telling me.
Yes. So for those watching that don't know, we discussed this earlier. And a funny story about... I was born in Tottenham, right? Didn't know until I was 16. Reason being, I ordered my birth certificate, right? When I was 16 years old. All up until that period, all my life actually, I'm an Arsenal supporter.
Yeah.
Yeah? I know there's people in the comments going crazy, right? But yeah, so I was an Arsenal supporter. Didn't know I was born in Tottenham. Ordered a birth certificate. Came through at 16. Heartbroken. I was like, what? It didn't make sense. My life didn't make sense. But yeah, anyways, didn't grow up in Tottenham. That's part of the reason why I didn't know that I was born there. Because I grew up in East London, a place called Geldeston Road, right by Hackney. What I remember was culture-wise, I saw a lot of Jews, like Orthodox Jews, and a lot of Muslims dominated the area. Completely, everywhere you looked. That's what you saw there. It's quite humble beginnings. Like parents didn't have much, you know, to their name, but you know what I'm saying, we kind of make it happen, us Africans, bro. Make it happen. I'd say discipline-wise. Right, if you really want to get down to the gritty, because I know that's what you're waiting for, right? Discipline-wise, obviously, if I cross the line, we all know, you know in the comments, right? We all know what happens if you black and you cross the line. You're going to get a beat somewhere down the line, right? The reason why I'm so open about it is because I'm open about this with my friends. I find out it's not so bad. A lot of my friends are growing up the same way, and I'm sure... you know, people watching had a similar, you know, upbringing. The difference is there's a big difference between when it's okay when it's not okay. I reckon. I don't know what you guys believe. I'm open to your thoughts, how you think about it. But what I think is, like, if, for example, right, kids just crying in public, maybe... startled about how many people's in a shopping mall. Just crying. And you're getting beat in public just for that. I know that there's some African parents that would do it, but I just think that's a little bit too much. Do you know what I'm saying? Only because, like, they might just be overwhelmed, or it's time to go home for them, or whatever. It's inconvenient, they're upset. You know what I'm saying? Like, just to hear for no real reason, I think that's when it's too much. But you see, like, when I got hit, sometimes it would have been for no real reason, but not frequently enough for me to say my parents didn't raise me well. Because every time that it happened, that I know, oh, you know, my dad's going to start licking me down soon, I'm going to get combos.
I felt that fear too.
This is happening. You know what I'm saying? It's going down. I used to hear the car and I used to hide. Do you know what I'm saying? I hear the car, it's like my spider senses are tingling. And then, that's it, man. I'll hide it somewhere because I know when he comes back, he already knows he's finished work. He's been mad at work. That's all day. Like, when I get home, you know what I'm saying? I've been anticipating the beatings for time. And as soon as he walks through the door, we know it. But you can't blame him because I was the one to blame. I knew I crossed the boundaries, you know what I'm saying? And crossing the boundaries for me back then was more how, like, if I was to like, it was like serious stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like, not just messing up in school, like having a fight in school maybe, or like going to a friend's house and then maybe the parent said something about how I was there. Or do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it's kind of shameful for African culture. Cause it's like, what, are they thinking that we didn't raise you right or something like that? Well, I'll raise you now.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying, bro?
I'll raise you now.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like they're on smoke like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's like the kind of upbringing that I had. But I wouldn't change it, if that's the question.
Yeah.
I wouldn't change the way that I was brought up. It's made me the man I am now, thick-skinned, prepared for, very polite, well-mannered, cultured, you know what I'm saying? Like if I go to someone's house now, like, you know what I'm saying? I know how to hold myself, you know what I mean? How to address myself. So yeah, it's had some benefits. Getting kicked out wasn't easy. I got kicked out at some point because beatings weren't getting through to me. Yeah.
So how old were you when you got kicked out of home?
Oh, a few times, man. So like 16, 18, 19, just on and off, like back and forth. But our relationship now is perfect. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously I've matured, I've grown. Yeah. And they've seen the success. They've seen, that, the difference, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, big up to mum and dad, you know what I'm saying, doing their thing. Yeah. But
even for me, when I grew up, majority of the times, if I did get hit by my father, like I did empathize with him about the fact that yes, I understand why he's doing it, because like you said, he wanted me to get disciplined in certain aspects. But I feel as I kept growing up, it has helped me understand his thought process of why he did it. But I mean, again, there are so many stories where things are extreme, but it just made me feel like I'm a better person in life as I kept growing up. And dude, let's get a little deeper into what you were saying. In terms of your growing up, the whole aspect of, let's say, the discipline part of it, was studies a big reason also of why? Because I'm relating this to how it was in India for me, like my childhood. If I didn't do well in a particular thing, if I didn't get marks in a particular thing, I know that it's doomsday for me that day. I'm dead at home. If my results are coming, there's going to be a war at home. So was it aspects of academics which was something which was big?
Absolutely. I mean, I feel a lot of Africans can relate to that kind of discipline, that form of discipline. Obviously, parents back then, I don't know if yours did, but mine definitely used to get beat in school. Like teachers were allowed back then to beat their, even in the UK, I think it was even a thing for, that generation to get slapped in school. It was like a normal. So if they grew up, right, as it being a norm to get slapped by your teachers for not academically doing well, or vice versa, if they go home and get slapped by their parents, because obviously that was the culture. Yeah. You know what I mean? It makes sense that, they'll take that to this generation. Yeah. That, it's not happening in school anymore because the laws have changed. Correct. But they find it normal, you know what I'm saying? So if you're not doing well, they're like, okay, I need to discipline him because that's what helped them. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to help you out with the same methods. But
even now, is it the same thing? Is it the same mannerisms which are continued?
I think we've somewhat evolved. I mean, it is the same in a lot of culture. I can imagine that it hasn't just disappeared. It is the same, but we've sort of evolved because, like me, for instance, take my age. Yeah. My friends my age have kids. Now, they might have experienced the same sort of upbringing as me and you. Experienced that they would have got beatings if they came back with the wrong grades or, like, do you know what I'm saying? Academically, which I don't think is right. But, it does happen and it is normal. So, we can talk about this. But, I feel like because they've gone through that, they don't necessarily bring it up with their kids. They find new ways to stimulate them academically because they know that didn't feel good. Yeah, that wasn't nice. True. Unless there's some sort of psycho and they enjoyed some part of it, I don't think it was nice to put your kid through that. Yeah. And I think parents are just learning now. Yeah. You know what I mean? So big up the new generation parents, but big up also the old, because, without that done, there's no lessons moving forward. We're growing, what I mean, as a community. So
yeah, I think, for all developing countries, places like, let's say, Africa, places like India, places like China, all the South Asian countries also, we've had this tendency of wanting more in life, and that wanting more in life will come only with knowledge, with education.
Yeah,
and education
is
was a
absolute power, bro.
It's like you can take over the world if you have that bit of knowledge and that education. And I think that's what generations by generations, we are hard-coded to look at it in that perspective. And I think that's where this kind of mannerisms from childhood starts off, saying that you have to study, you don't do it, no, you have to do it.
Absolutely. I totally agree with what you're saying, man.
Yeah.
Totally agree.
Let's start with what do you do for work? What do Nigerians usually do for work?
That's like such a broad question.
Okay, let's get more specific. Okay. Okay, what do you do for work? And generally, as you keep growing up, what are the occupations you are pushed to do?
Okay, so what do I do for work? And growing up, what was I pushed to do?
Yes.
I definitely wasn't pushed to do what I do for work now. So obviously, podcaster. That's what I am now. That's my latest job. However, behind the scenes, behind the cam, when the cam switches off, I become a normal guy. Just like Clark Kent and Superman. Right now you're seeing Superman, but you'll see Clark Kent when I'm selling these.
Yeah.
Actually, I showed you the perfume earlier. Did you like it?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Turkish rose. I just want you can have some more, man. Just, you don't need it. You just need a little bit. But, I sell these things for Mood London. And, I've been working with that company now 4 years. Yeah, just a little bit. How's that smelling, bro?
Yeah, it has the rose smell.
That's the stuff right there. That's the bang bang right there. You know what I'm saying? I wish you could smell it. But you know what? I sell it.
Yeah.
I sell it, man. So, for 4 years. So, yeah, basically, I been working for them for 4 years. I'm considered, I'm considered a valued member of staff at the minute. They put me on direct sales manager. So, what my job role entails is just like, I have a base, Milton Keynes. That's my headquarters, right? So, naturally, I'm going to be working here.
Yeah.
But doesn't mean that I'm anchored here. If they were to open up another store, like they have done, I've done training sessions and stuff like that where they've hired new staff, and I've got training for about 2 weeks. Let them get started and then come back to headquarters. Yeah. It's like a SAS mission. So pew, pew, pew. I was seeing so many promotions, compensation plans good. Obviously, my opinion is with jobs, saying at one point you will see an end of the job. But working with Mood London is like working with family. Yeah. Like I honestly, if the podcast was to like blow up, big up Mood London, I'm still gonna, support the thing, either financially or I'll still be definitely in, in the circles still. I respect them that much.
Yeah. What kind of jobs were you told to get into as you grew up?
Actually, graphic designer at one point. Graphic designer at one point. What else?
But no, was that something what you wanted to do, or was that what the society and your parents told you to do?
My parents, because my dad used to be a graphic designer. Loved illustrating. I loved actually looking at his drawings and watching him draw and stuff. And he used to teach me, and because I used to pick it up pretty quickly, he was like, "Oh, do art. You can be a graphic designer." He knew that he's done it before, and I feel like he had a sense of pride there. Yeah, but I ended up actually studying it in graphic design in Bletchley College. Got the first diploma, studied the national diploma. It was 2 years course. So I did a year, completed that, went for my 6-week break in London. Mum does spring cleaning. Now I'm not blaming her. She obviously is art. So she sees like papers with doodles and important stuff, but she doesn't know it's important stuff.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, what's this? Oh, he's always drawing.
Yeah.
And just throws it in the bin or whatever, right? So I come back after 6 weeks behind. They're like, where's all this work? Like, you're caught up, where's the work? It's like, if you submit what you've got on you currently now, and then you did the rest of the work, full marks, you're going to leave with a D, which isn't sufficient enough for a pass. So I had a decision there to either carry on and just take the L, get a D, and then redo another 2 years. When I already wasted 1 year.
Yeah.
At that point, I was so depressed. I was young. I was just like, you know what? I'm going to go get a job. Started working and earning my money from there, you know, completely went different directions. Ended up in sales, which is good because, you know,
sales is the anchor.
Ultimately, you know, the kind of people skills that you learn in sales is just amazing. And the pay as well. Probably getting paid more now what I'm doing than if I was to do a normal graphic design job. You know what I mean? So I know that some graphic designers, if you're really good, get paid more than what I'm on. But, you know what I mean? I have to be a high-level graphic designer to even think about that wage. I wasn't. Do you know what I mean? I was just kind of basic, kind of, you know, maybe above average, but not professional. I could have got to that level, but yeah, I'm pretty glad the route I took, to be honest. Yeah.
But as you grew up, didn't people tell you go and do an engineering degree or do a doctorate degree, become a doctor?
Like I said, because obviously my dad had done it before, it was just one of those things. It's like, he's talented at it. Maybe I'm just as talented and maybe I can follow his.
Yeah.
And that's all it was. Like, of course, they would have loved me to be a doctor like my dad's mom, my grandma, she passed now. But she would have loved me to be either a doctor. She was a nurse. Or, she was quite high up as well. Her husband, who I never knew, who was passed away, her husband was in the military.
Okay.
So was a soldier. So obviously, they had, like the elder generation in my family, even some of the younger, like some of my cousins and stuff, because some of them were doing like lawyers, being lawyers or doctors or, you know, stuff like that. So even some of the younger generation actually would want me to go and take that route, but only because they're doing it.
Yeah.
I mean, some of them are architects, some of them lawyers, you know what I'm saying? So because they were doing it, they're thinking, okay, they'd suggest it to me, but they wouldn't really force it on me. It wasn't like something that, oh, you have to do this. I'm not going anywhere until you do. You know what I mean? I was kind of like free to choose whatever. But I was guided more towards my illustration, art kind of route. You know what I mean?
And lovely, man. I mean, you know, for me, it was that whenever we grew up in the Indian culture, it was that two streams of work. You either become a doctor, you either become an engineer. And if you don't do one of them, you're basically a none of them. Like you're a person who's like management and sales are such big parts of what a business is, because sales, as you said, is the anchor of a business. If you don't sell the product well, people don't know what you're doing then. Yeah, because you need to understand the customer, you need to understand what their pain points are, and then you're basically putting your product there. Like, it makes a very big difference. Why are Nigerian people so fit and athletic? And you guys are humongous. Every Nigerian is huge. Like even like the last time we spoke, even Roos, like you guys are huge built. Is this something culturally, or is this the food you eat? What is it?
2 words.
Jollof rice.
Jollof rice. Or, I was going to say, actually, you remixed it quite well. The original would have been pounded yam. I'm telling you now, pounded yam. Somebody just drop a picture of pounded yam and opono soup or egusi or okra, any of them, man. Just drop it in the comments, show this guy. You know what I'm saying? To be honest, I don't know the answer for that. I feel like it's just genetics. It's not just Nigerian people. I mean, big up Arms Corleone. You know what I mean? He's one of my friends as well. He's Ghanaian, but he's a unit. Huge, he's younger than me, but he's looking like my dad. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, this guy, bro. If you see him, you know what I'm saying, give a big ups. It'd be nice to have him on the show, and one day, maybe I could, line that up. And he could tell you Ghanaian culture, how he was raised and stuff like that. But I feel like West Africa, in fact, all across Africa, like we eat kind of similar things. Normally carbohydrates. protein, stuff like that. We're very active people, you know what I'm saying? When, you know, all our ancestors used to walk with buckets on their head for miles just to get their water. Like, bro, they're going to pass it in genetics down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, man, it's the grafting. It's the grafting, you know, the amount of work as well that, you know, our ancestors were put through during slavery. I'd imagine they would have got toned up, had babies that are toned up. You know what I'm saying? It kind
A baby born with 6 packs.
Do you know what I mean? Just came out, 160.
No, because I'm an immigrant here, and the first time I saw a Nigerian guy, I was scared. It was because it's something so new for me. It's a new person, and like in India, you don't see those that big of a human being.
Yeah, okay.
So, but when I went and spoke to the person, that guy was one of the sweetest person I've met till date.
No.
Because it was just the kind of instant vibe. Even though the guy was so big, it was like an instant vibe between us.
Do you think he was intimidated because of his size, or because I don't know, like, you know, the person you're portraying, if he was any kind of other race, would you have been able to openly just talk to him? Because the thing is, like, with Nigerians, we are quite, I'd imagine, loud as a nation. Some of us, anyway. But yeah, man, I don't know which real way to answer that. But to be honest, it's quite a tough question. You know what I mean? I just say, you know, our energy's different. You know what I mean? Energy's different. It comes from a place of pain, and we just cultivated that into happiness. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, I just feel like there's nothing really intimidated by us. Please, you know, if you see us, you know what I mean, we're welcoming people. Do you know what I mean? Just like, you know, with Indians. So sometimes, you know, seeing when I used to date Indian girls as well, I noticed cultures are high. They take high value in culture. Yeah. When it comes to relationships, you know what I mean?
True.
Because there's no way that I can see an Indian daughter and the mum and dad don't know about it. Yeah. If it does, it's a bit awkward. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, there's been times when I'm being hidden. Yeah. I don't know if because what you felt about Nigerian being scary is what she felt that her parents would think about me.
Correct. Yeah, correct.
So they're terrified, dude. Bro, they're terrified. It's like, yeah, my mum is calling. Can you just put on a girl's voice? Because I said that I said I'm with my friend Cleo. Yeah. You know what I'm saying, bro? Yeah. I like you know, stand over there. I'm on FaceTime. Yeah. You can't be the. You know what I'm saying, bro? Oh god, yeah. Hiding, man. True. You know what I'm saying, bro? I understand it because of the cultural difference. But the time that you know, one Indian girl, she brought me round. I could see. Okay, I could see me being judged, looking at judgy eyes from like the mother's point of view. But once she got to know me, man, I'm a cool guy.
Judgment.
I'm a cool guy. Yeah. She was serving me up some chapatis and all that. You know what I'm saying? I was eating it with my baby. What is it called? Baby chicken? What is it called? No, not baby chicken. It's called buttermilk chicken. Butter chicken. That's the one. Yeah, Why couldn't I? I know butter chicken. It's just I couldn't think of it at that very moment. But you know what? Yeah, it's such a dish.
I wouldn't call it a judgment. It's pure curiosity. Because in a place like London, a place like the UK, you get to meet so many nationalities.
But what I meant, bro, it's the way she was looking at me. And she was talking Indian or whatever, Punjab. Right,
depends. There are many languages.
What language it was. But she was talking her native language. Yeah. To her daughter. Yeah. And her daughter will respond kind of angrily. Yeah. Or in defense. Yeah. Now, I don't speak the language. You're just I'm reading the situation like, what is going on here? This is so awkward. I don't understand what you guys are saying. Yeah. And I'm just melting in my clothes. Like, you're just melting, guys. Just melting, right? Yeah. And then she's like, it's because my mum don't know you. Exactly. Wait, when she gets to know you, she's different. She's different. Yeah. She's just moving mad. Yeah.
But you know what I mean? As I told you, it's that curiosity. Even for me, whenever I'm meeting somebody new, like somebody Nigerian also new, it's that curiosity because Even let's say your hair.
Yeah.
I want to touch your hair. See, even
cool, bro.
this, it's so different compared to what we have. It's that bit of curiosity of what's there or what sparks it, and that's why the eyes come from. They're like, okay, why is this guy like this? What is so different? Why is he different? And that curiosity is what I think that's what people take in the wrong way, that it's judgment, but it's that pure knowledge of, okay, what is this person? Because for me, growing up, I've only seen Indians around me. If we saw one foreigner, we know that person's traveling. Rest, everybody would look the same.
Yes, I understand it totally. So it's like a complete different world for you.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, I understand. It's just you adapt to it pretty quickly. I mean, this place is growing quite fast, and loads of different. In fact, for what you're doing, for what your ambition is to mingle with different cultures and stuff like that, and different crowds, you're in the perfect place, man. Milton Keynes is so multicultural.
True.
Like, bro, you can mingle with Hispanics right now, and you can mingle with Romanians right now.
Yeah.
Ghanaians, bro. I'm seeing Kuwait, I'm seeing Dubai, I'm seeing Iran, Iraq, I'm seeing, so many different people. And here, this is coming from not just a normal person. This is coming from somebody who sells day in, day out, right, to walkers by in the city centre. Like, I know the demographic of people that are in Milton Keynes right now because I'm speaking to them every single day. Right, I'm telling you now, for what you want to mingle, you're in the perfect place.
True.
Right? It's a shame anyway. You said you're going to London, man.
Actually, I will. I mean, by the end of this month, I will end up going to London. I'll stay there for a month. Yeah.
See, that's where I give. Don't worry. I swear, next episode, it doesn't even need to be me being the host. Right? You'll just see me pop in like. Here's your farewell card. You know what I'm saying, bro? I'll go to Clinton's. I'll go to the top shelf. You know the cards with like the big cards.
Yeah.
I'll get the big cards. Very little signature inside. Maybe a paragraph. You know, our connection. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We like to do stuff like that. You know what I mean? Because I really appreciate you having me on the show.
Absolutely.
Whilst you were here, you didn't have to, you know what I'm saying? I hope it goes absolutely well. And safe journeys, bro. You know.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you. Let's get to an interesting question. Now, there are different kind of black people in the UK. That's what one of the things I've understood. People who come from Nigeria are very different. People who are like you, who are born, brought up here, are very different. Then there are, those are the two kind of people who I've seen. Are there more kind of black people? Or what are the differences?
Wait, rewind. What? All I heard was, are there any more black people?
Yeah.
That's all I heard, bro.
No, I'm talking about the different kind of people. Like, see, for example, even in India, the north part of India is very different from how the south part of India would be. Like, even like if you spoke to Siddhiraj now, like you would see the difference of the vibe itself of what you get. Okay. So similarly, like you being born, brought up here, how are you different compared to somebody who's born in Nigeria and who's come to the UK?
I think you'll just know straight away because of their accent. The accent that they carry. Obviously, they're going to school, they're talking, Yoruba or Igbo, they're talking whatever, tribe they're in. They're talking that language. Or they're breaking it down to pidgin English, right? Which you hear in Afrobeats these days. And they're talking that down on a daily basis to their parents, to everyone that they meet. And then they're coming over to the country and they're still talking like that. Yeah. So obviously, you're going to know the way that they dress as well. It'll be a bit different because we're westernized. I mean, there are some Africans that, would buy D&G, Louis Vuitton still, and all these brands because growing up in that place, like they desire it. So you know what I mean. And it is accessible. Like a lot of people you see will fashion themselves like that, but not everyone. I mean, they'll come round and still wearing their colours, boy. Still got those the sandals that they're disciplined with. But man, I'm just saying, it's like you'll know straight away. With me, like, I guess I sound westernized because that's who I grew up with, my friends were either from different cultures, you know what I'm saying? So sometimes I can switch it up, and if you had a Yardie in here, if you had a Jamaican in here, bro, you'll see.
Can you talk do you have the accent to it? Can you make the accent?
I mean, a little bit. You'd have to have some real Jamaicans in here, and I'll blend in, you'll see. 100%. In fact, let's do it, man. I mean, what time are you free?
Yeah.
Get some Jamaicans in here, and we'll have a proper chat show, you know what I mean? Talk show. But yeah, like man, I feel like because of who I've been around, different cultures and all this, I can mingle with Africans, I can mingle with Jamaicans, I can mingle with, you know, Cockney people, the English people and that. Do you know what I mean? I can mingle with roadmen. I can mingle with high end people, like professionals, you know, doctors, stuff like that. I can mingle with that. It just depends who I'm with, you know what I mean? I'm very like influenced and influential. You know what I mean?
Okay. I mean, I get it. Like, of course, the accent is a very big differentiator factor. I feel that, I mean, my personal opinion, I feel that people who are born, brought up in Nigeria come off a little more friendlier compared to people who are born, brought up here. I think it's also spans about how they are brought up also, no?
What, you think that people that moved from Nigeria are more...
They're a little more friendlier, I would say.
Do you reckon? I don't know.
I feel so.
I don't know, because it depends. I've noticed that some that come here may be super friendly because that's just who they are, right? They carry that vibe. And I see exactly what you're saying, because now Nigerians are flashing in my mind of who carry that energy. But primarily, when you ask that question, the first thing that came up was actually people that didn't, you know what I mean? People that came here and they're actually very quiet. You know what I'm saying? Because maybe they don't speak English good, or, you know, they're just that kind of person. They're just quiet, you know what I mean? I feel like there's a mixture. It's quite equal.
Yeah. I think even for Indians, it's pretty much the same. I mean, even we have our type of people. Like, some people are really great. Some people come off with that cockiness of an attitude saying, yeah, the whole world is mine. And those are the people you know that, okay, hi, hello, how are you doing? You're great, superb, and you walk off.
No time spent at all.
Yeah. Let's talk about an interesting topic.
Okay.
Jollof rice.
Jollof
local
rice.
culture, local cultural foods.
I love this topic. So,
I tell you one thing I remember from the last time. You ate something and you enacted the Aladdin thing. A whole new world.
Yeah, man, I'm telling you now. You eat just a little piece of jollof rice and that little Aladdin in your heart starts singing a whole new world. You know what I mean? It's like, it's magical. I mean, I have eaten it so many times, bro. So like jollof rice is like, it's a norm for me. You probably wouldn't get that reaction. You might get that, you know, when your eyes flicker a bit and you know, roll to the back of your skull. I might just knock out, start drooling.
Yeah.
If that happens, it's because, you know, it's TT rice. 10 out of 10. But, yeah, all I'm saying is like, bro, to be honest, it's quite normal for me now. But what I love, I'll tell you what I love, is when someone's discovering it for the first time.
Yeah.
And I would love, bro, if you haven't tasted it yet. You haven't tasted it yet.
I've never had it.
Okay, all right.
You know,
okay.
After the last time's conversation, I thought it was jollof fries.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was rice.
Rice, yeah.
Yeah, like that was.
Oh, you thought it was all one word?
Yeah, I thought it's jollof rice.
Oh no! It's rice, jollof rice.
Yeah,
and yeah, man, it's amazing. A lot of people have different recipes. There's a big debate, and I know that the comments going mad like Ghanaian jollof rice is better. It's from Cameroon. I don't, look, go crazy. It doesn't matter for me. All right, if you want to answer, actually, let's answer the comments before they start, right? Because I know Ghanaians are going to be like, nah, he doesn't know about jollof rice, man. Come off the thing, bro. You don't know about no jollof rice. Then Nigerians like, yes, he does. What are you talking about? Idiot. And I said, but look, it's down to the chef, all right? Because look, I've had really good jollof rice that I've been growing up with that I know is 10 out of 10. Okay, but then I've gone other places. Nigerian. I've been disappointed, bro. It's all clumpy and all stuck together. And nonsense. What is this nonsense? You know, I've had that kind of jollof rice before, but you know, I've had Ghanaian rice that is impeccable.
Ghanaian rice,
untouchable.
Is it similar kind of thing like
I'm
jollof
saying,
rice?
so like on the same level of, do you know what I mean? So I have. But at the same time, I've had some buzz Ghanaian rice. I don't care what you say, bro. It's down to the chef. You know what I mean? It's down to the chef, 100%. But yeah, man, I just feel like, it's down to the chef, 100%, bro.
What are the kind of local food? Like, if I had to say that Nigeria had a local food, and when I go to Nigeria, I want to try a couple of foods, what all, other than, okay, I know there's...
Jollof rice, pounded yam, and you'll normally have that with some soup. So like, what's good to have it, let's just, raw basic is just very normal okra soup. You can have that, or you can have oha soup, which is a bit more, you know, if you tell a Nigerian, oh, I've had oha soup before, they'll be like, my friend, you got it, yes. Trust me, oha soup, yes.
Yeah.
Put in the comments some oha soup, some recipes. Let them start cooking, man. I'll nominate the best chef. That's one of my favorites. I love obono soup as well. Some egusi and all of that, man. Do you know what I mean? We have all different kind of soups and dishes. We have yam porridge, beans, just loads of different stuff. I mean, I'm sure you guys, if you have any more, you know, just put it in there, you know, put it in there.
Like, food makes such a big difference when you go to a place. Like, my God. Even, where do you get jollof rice in Milton Keynes?
Several places. I mean,
You get it here?
Like I said, man, the place to get jollof rice for me is right at home.
Yeah.
Like,
You should cook for me. You should cook jollof for
one
me.
day, 100%, dude. One day, you got my word for it.
My friend.
But yeah, man, the best place to get that kind of thing, bro, is probably at home. Yeah, but there are one or two places that also do it as well. You know, package it nice. Even at the city here, at the city centre, that bit outside where you see the cabins, there's a Nigerian place there. You can just get some jollof rice packed up there. Yeah, it's good for like on the go. But if you want proper jollof rice, I'll bring you some, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Let's go to the travel section of questions. What does... okay, I'll ask you the question I asked you again. Are you a traveler or are you a tourist? Now, a traveler is a person who goes to the place, experiences the culture, talks to people, wants to be how they are for that certain number of days.
And I guess a tourist is someone
Completely opposite, who wants to escape from life, who wants to go there, have a good time, but completely escape from what it is. It's just they're going for that experience there.
Yeah.
What kind of a person are you?
Yes, it's a good question. I would say a little bit of both, I'll be honest. Because obviously everyone loves a holiday. And to go on holiday, it depends how long for. If it's just a quick 3 days, weekends, week, it's not allowing long enough to be completely immersed in the culture and to escape. If you're going to escape, that would be a longer holiday. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, you can enjoy yourself and be a tourist on a short holiday. But primarily, I like to go for long lengths of time anyway, so I can immerse myself in the culture, learn a bit more of the language, see all the nice spots, see all the lovely people and the food, and you know, all of that stuff is important to me. So yeah, that's what I mean. It's like 50-50. What about you, bro?
So for me, when I go to a place, I'm a very curious person in general. I want to go talk to the people. I want to go see what they're eating. I want to try what they're eating. If it has fruits, I will run away from it. I don't eat fruits. But it's more about how I understand the person. I understand the culture. And I like being a traveler. And I feel that gives me that inner meaning of learning from new cultures. How do they greet new people? How are they treating me? So that even one of the very distinct things I heard about Taiwan was that people are very kind, and these guys have it in their mind that yes, even if I come to your country, you should ideally be welcoming me this way. If you're coming to my country, I will welcome you like it's home for you. So similarly, for me, when I go to a place, I want to feel that way. And if someone comes to my city, I would love to treat them like they're home. So I would definitely say I'm a traveler, even for a short vacation or for a long one.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well put, well put.
Where all have you traveled to?
That's actually exactly what was running through my mind. Like, how do you do this? Right? Every time the questions you ask, I'm like, a step ahead. Right. So, I traveled well, I don't know. Let's. Some of my earlier travels were just like family. You know what I'm saying? I didn't go on many holidays, but the ones I did were like, I remember as a kid going to America quite a few times. Got family there, Connecticut. So, went down there. It's pretty dope, pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's pretty sick, man. Went to Washington after that, New York, Florida twice. Loved it in Florida.
Absolutely lovely, yeah.
Obviously, leading up to Florida, we get the 101 from Dad. Like, oh yeah, by the way, don't be wandering on the streets on your own.
Yeah.
There's crime, son. You'll get kidnapped. Florida's a freaky place. Not just that, like, give me the 101, like, and the weather. It's like, there's tornadoes in this place. So I went there initially petrified because of my dad. But then, no tornadoes. Lovely people. Mickey Mouse was there. I was in Orlando, Florida. I just went to Disneyland there because obviously that's how old I was at the time. It was like 8, something like that. But really had a nice time. And also talking about Orlando, Florida, that was a highlight moment as well for me.
How old were you when you went there?
Like I said, I don't know, possibly 8, possibly 10. I have no idea. It's one of my earliest memories. However, it was round the time, right, that, I don't know, you never used to watch Kenan and Kel growing up? Well, I guess you probably never watched like it because, whatever was airing there. Kenan and Kel, it's like, just put it in the comments, right? If you used to watch it before, and I know you're a 90s baby, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was one of the hottest, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, hot topic at the time because very successful show. And it was something that coming straight from school, used to like throw my bag down, sit down, lie down in front of the TV like this, and just watch episode after episode. And I wanted to, because it was kind of like a sitcom where they go on stage and you can see people watching it live. So to actually go to Orlando Studios where this place was like shot.
It was like a whole childhood.
It was like a whole different experience, bro. I remember my 8-year-old heart just like jumping with joy, you know what I'm saying? So that was a highlight moment. After that, like only like adult holidays I've gone on 2. I went to Cyprus quite recently, like 2 years, a year ago, and Turkey 2 years ago. Went around March time, both times. I had an amazing time, bro. Learned a bit of Turkish. You know what I'm saying? Learned what to do, what not to do in Turkey because, like, long story short, tried to buy some gold. I think I told you this. I tried to buy some gold. Came in like, Mahaba, nice. They thought, even the accent was perfected then because I was talking it. I was on these streets, but I was talking it to trying my best. This guy, honestly, initially thought I was native to Turkey. When I was talking to him, and I'm trying to like on the sly, right? I want to buy some gold. So what I'm doing is I'm converting the price from Turkish lira to pounds. My face lit up. I'm like looking at Auntie like, yo, we're going to have some nice time in here. You know what I'm saying? My guy must have saw the reaction. So next time when I'm asking, how much is this? You convert to pounds? I was like, yes, like an idiot. And then every price he quoted after was high. I was like, you, my friend, are trying to finesse me. I'm not being finessed with my auntie. So I left. Bro. I was like, auntie, let's pack our stuff. Go, this guy is not trying to do business with us. So I learned my lesson, man. I feel like, as well, when going to like, commuting around the country, biggest word of advice whilst touring, if you're going to tour to Turkey for the first time. In fact, I guess this rule applies anywhere. I think I'm going to start doing it from now on. Is what really helped us. Unless you're driving, obviously, then if you're driving, you've got to hire a car. But if, you're using public transport and you want to go by taxi, the best thing to do is to go with one taxi firm, one guy, and befriend them, make them your guy. Because then there's a loyalty and second might be cheaper and they start turning up more on time and you know what I'm saying, they even act like 2-3 trips down the line as tour guides. I like my guy, we were so close and comfortable in the car. He's like, he's letting me smoke in the car. You know what I mean? And he's like, over there, you got to see the view on the mountains, man. You know what I'm saying? One day I'm going to drop you here. I'll just let you guys enjoy your time here. And then you tell me when you're done, I'll pick you up. It was, bro, it just amplified. It made it so much more constructive time there. And he told us some places that was just like, all right, this is tourist worthy, like definitely. I'll drop you here. You call me when you're ready. You know what I'm saying? So like, man, because of him, you know what I'm saying? I feel like it really helped amplify the whole holiday for me. And even for my ex, you know what I'm saying? Because I went with my ex. So even for her, she was saying, oh, this is the best idea ever to just have one, one friend. Because what happens when you're seeing all these other taxi firms and stuff like that, they will see you as a tourist and it's your first time. And you're more likely to get finessed. Maybe not by all of them, but by one or two, you know what I mean? If you have a regular guy, it just makes it a lot better.
When you told auntie, I'll tell you a fun fact. In India, if you are addressing somebody elder to you, if it's a man, you call him uncle. Any person, doesn't matter if they're related to you, not related to you, you call them uncle. And if it's a woman, you call them auntie. That's just respect there.
That's the same for Nigerians, actually.
Seriously?
Any elder woman, auntie, uncle. Like, you know me, even when I'm selling perfumes, hello, auntie, how you doing? Are you serious?
Wow.
Yeah.
I had no clue. I thought, but one of the first times this hit me was I was on a flight to the US. And I was like, 10 years old, and I called the air hostess and I'm like, auntie. And she's like, nobody has called me auntie till date. And I'm like, okay, I didn't know that this was something different.
That, on the flip side, that's happened with being Indians. I said auntie to Indians and they responded like that. No.
They would immediately
just call me by my name, don't say that, you know what I mean? But some of that are like respectful, like, oh yeah, you were brought up right, you know what I mean? But I guess it's just different views on that.
True.
I mean, you guys can involve what you think. Please, we're interested to know in the comments.
So when you go to a place, let's say you went to Turkey, what are the things you go and do at that place? Is it that, what kind of a traveler are you? Do you go to hilly places more? Do you like the beach more? What kind of a traveler are you?
So, again, that's subjective to what area
where you're
going. Because I imagine like there's different stuff to do in different places. You know what I'm saying? Like I can tell you categorically right now what you could do in certain places like Amsterdam. You're not going to do in Dubai. You know what I'm saying? So like there isn't like a systematic, I'm a spontaneous guy. I just like to go with the flow. You know what I'm saying? For example, like I will hit up maybe a place I haven't been, like Spain. And the first thing I want to do is make friends at the hotel.
So they can give you reviews?
Because they can give me tourist locations. They give me the best places to eat. Best places locally that I could walk to. You know what I'm saying? Plus, they can teach me some two words. You know what I'm saying? And once you become friends, you're talking to them regularly. Every time you go out, come back, you have to talk their language to them. You know what I'm saying? They're brushing you up on your skills the whole stay there. And, I kind of base it around that because they're giving me information. Oh, you should try down here. You should go there. You know what I mean? That's what we end up trying out ultimately. But I just try to make it as fun-packed as possible. I'm a spontaneous guy, so I'm down for anything, bro. If it's skydiving, call me. I'll be scared, but just call me. I'm sure I'll come around to my senses and dive. But if it's like deep sea, diving, I don't mind doing that too.
What all have you done?
What haven't I done?
No, what all have you done in terms of adventure sports? Let's say bungee jumping, deep sea diving. What all have you done?
None of
it yet.
None of the above. But it doesn't mean that I'm not open to it.
Yeah.
I just haven't done it yet. Should we all go? Even the cameraman. Should we all go, bro?
Yeah.
Should we go? 100%. Yeah, we'll do that, man.
Oh, man. You should go to Spain.
Those in the comments as well. Give us some suggestions what to do. Like, let's get this. That would be an amazing podcast.
True.
Can you imagine? All the fails.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm drowning! Help me out, Arjun! Arjun's just like Aquaman, you know? I'm coming!
Oh, God, bro. Oh, God.
Bro, yeah, man.
Yeah. What do I ask you next? Tell us about one of the travel stories with your friends of what you've had. Something where you've gone. Like, one of the stories, what I would have to say is that I think I told you this the last time also. I'd gone to this place called Leeds. And it was, I think, a weekday when we had gone. I think it was on a Thursday, if I'm not wrong. It was the World Cup final, the Football World Cup final. The final was done, and by about 9 o'clock, the entire city was asleep. And there were no parties, there were no pubs, there was nothing. And we were like, okay,
by 9?
What do we do? By 9.
It's a bit early.
Yeah, even I was very surprised.
Like Leeds, I would have expected that it's a bit later. So what did you guys do?
So,
just party.
We went back to our accommodation. I have no clue why. For some reason, we went to the bathroom. There was a tub.
Okay.
We were drinking there. And we partied the whole night there. In one tiny bathroom.
The bathtub?
In the bath, the bathroom would be as big as this room, maybe, but that was it.
How many of you in the bathtub?
8 people.
I just imagine 8 people in a bathtub, like the bobsledging team, Cool Runnings. Oh man! So was it a good party? Or what did you guys do?
See, I was the DJ, so it was a good party.
I was in the bathroom for so long. Oh man!
If I did that at home, I would get killed.
The rest of you get out. I need to leak. Like what? Okay, right. Yeah. So, but you know what? Like, that is so true, dude. I remember, like, back in the days, uni parties used to be like that, and it's just circling back to what you said earlier about Nigerians, West Africans having that vibe. Like, bro, I think we mentioned this before about my birthday, how you asked, how was your birthday? And it was good, by the way. I was working, and then the Sunday after my birthday, that's when I chose to go out. But the Sundays are generally quiet, right? So I'm going into a place called Revolutions in the Milton Keynes, right? So if you don't know about it, go check it out. It's okay. This particular day was just quiet, but it's an okay place to, like, enjoy yourself. So please, you can go. I'm not sponsoring Revolutions. But so I went in, dead vibes, bro.
Yeah.
Like, there was 2 people on the right, and I swear they knew each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, there was one other person in the toilet, didn't know that guy. You know what I'm saying? But like, man, I just came in and we were the vibe. You know what I'm saying? When you're the vibe, things start happening, bro. Like, people just turning up, like, yo, I like your vibe, man. Here's a drink. Yo, you want another one? Like, yo, how'd you do that, man? Oh my God, that's crazy. You know what I mean? And we just ended up having a good vibe. So when you are the center of the attraction, when you are the vibe, it doesn't matter where like with you guys, it was the bathtub. You still created a vibe. You had a good night, apparently. So, you know what I'm saying? So, it just, don't matter where you are. I feel like even in a poverty torn place, you can see the music we're making out of it. It's definitely a vibe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Why is it these artists are coming with energetic music when they're coming from poverty? You know what I mean? So it's just like, if you create the vibe, you can change all the environment around you. You can definitely switch it. You know what I mean?
Oh God, man. Hands down. Like if you don't bring out the vibe, you're not having fun.
Yeah, it's all about the vibe.
Yeah.
It's the vibe, people. If you haven't got the vibe, then don't follow us. Actually, still follow us. Even if you haven't got the vibe, just
click subscribe.
yeah, please. Leave some comments.
Oh, God. So,
in fact, can someone just tag someone with zero vibe? That would just be funny. Actually, no, don't do that. No, don't do that. That's fine. Don't want to cyberbullying on this thing. You know what I mean? But that's something my friends would do. Like, yeah, this guy, zero vibe.
They should tag you for that.
I know a few people are dropping right now. Zero vibe. You know what I mean? But like, bro, if you've got the vibe and you know it, just put a hand up, like a number one sign emoji in there, because you're the number ones, guys. You're the guys. You're the people that we should definitely meet up sometime. Everyone with a vibe. Yeah. Just imagine if everyone with a vibe in the world just met up in one place. Just met up in one place. What kind of vibe is possible, bro? Can you imagine? Even cameraman's like, I think Daniel's onto something. I'm telling you now, bro. That would be sick. Can you imagine?
So what kind of a traveler are you? Generally, there are people who plan out their entire itinerary to the T, they're everything done, or there's the spontaneous kind of person who just pick up the bag and run.
Yeah, man, spontaneous, bro. You know what I mean? Sometimes spontaneous combustion. There's a fire with spontaneous. You know what I mean? It just happens in an instant. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because look, I'll be honest with you, I'm not the most organized person. So when I'm traveling, I like to travel with organized people. It's the logical thing to do. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? That is Plonker 101 right there, you know?
If you were to have an icon, so if you were to spend time with an icon in a place, who would it be?
If what, sorry?
If you were to spend time with an icon, now it can be either animated, celebrity. Like for example, let's say Incredibles. If you want to stay with the whole cast of Incredibles, though it's animated and the house of where
even animated?
The houses are there on
wait, are we reducing it to animated icons?
I would say... that's a good one. No. So I would say, tell me both. For animated, who you'd want to spend your time with. For somebody real, who you'd want to spend time with.
My. Okay, that's a really good question. Boy, I could feel my mind expanding, all the possibilities. Boy, whoa. Who wouldn't want to chill, first of all, with Homer Simpson, Peter Griffin? Yeah, because that would be funny.
From the Family Guy?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
That would be funny. Yeah. Who wouldn't want to chill, you know, in an episode of Dragon Ball Z? I'll probably poo myself. But as long as they grant me the animation powers that they had, you know what I mean? I can just do my own Kamehameha or something like that, bro. Then, count me in. Yeah. But, that would be nice, like, you know, chill with, like, people you grew up watching in it. That's a good question, man.
And what about a real human being? Who
probably like real human beings? Definitely Kevin Hart. You know, Kevin Hart. I was gonna. Then. Last time we said this as well, I kind of missed Kevin Hart, so I'm sorry. Yeah. He would have been like number one go to. Yeah. To be honest, because I feel like his charisma, persona, would just get along with mine. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we should definitely, if you give us enough views and enough of you subscribe and like, maybe we can hook that up, man. Just drop his name. In fact, drop Kevin Hart's name in the comments. Let me see if he digs the vibe. If you see what I'm saying. Yeah. Like I reckon definitely let's talk about UK people as well. Because definitely, you know, you got Chunks as well. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, the YouTuber.
Philly and all them man there as well. Come on, man, pick up their thing as well. I definitely would like to chill with one of those podcasters. Sorry,
Chunks is fun. Like Chunks, I've seen a couple of videos. Even of KSI, Logan Paul, all of these guys. Especially the whole. I forgot what it's called. Sidemen.
Yeah.
The entire Sidemen crew. Oh my god, they're such a different vibe.
Yeah, Sidemen as well. Do you know what I mean? I feel like artist wise, maybe like all right. Let's talk about. Artist-wise, okay, who wouldn't want to chill with Rihanna? Definitely.
Bad Girl Riri.
Right. Yes, number one spot. Yeah. Bad Girl Riri as well. Yeah. Who wouldn't want to chill with Oh no. I think it'll be actually coming off artists. I feel like it'll be very funny time being in a room with Snoop Dogg, Seth Rogen, Will Ferrell, all of those people just in one room,
smoking a blunt.
Yeah, smoking something. Yeah.
Oh man,
whatever Snoop Dogg is smoking on, I want it.
I can see how you're hiding your face.
But yeah, it'd be so like, I think that would just be an enjoyable, memorable time. You know what I'm saying? Like, or maybe not memorable. It depends how sticky icky the thing is, bro. You know what I'm saying? It depends if it's like ooh wee or what. You know what I mean? But like, yeah, man. I feel like yeah, definitely, bro. That would be a fun moment. I feel like I definitely love that kind of time there because they're all funny. They're all, they got different personalities as well. You know what I'm saying? And you know what? Like, who doesn't grow up to Snoop Dogg's music? Who doesn't grow up watching Seth Rogen in films and stuff like that? Just having a good time, laughing, whatever, bro. Yeah. And even outside of the film industry, like Seth Rogen, Will Ferrell, all them man there as well. Even Kevin Hart, Dwayne Johnson. I see them outside of... Well, still on camera, but outside of the showbiz, like what they're famous for, how they are really behind the scenes is actually like quite genuine. Do you know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's who I like to surround myself with is like genuine people. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, man.
Let me take you to a serious question. I think that's going to be the last question.
Cool. I'm ready for it.
So, Nigerian people are generally, or let's say black people are generally very confident people. And I feel this confidence throughout the years has helped you guys come through a lot of things. And the similar kind of experiences can help a lot of other people overcome so many things. So I want to stem and ask you that by traveling around the world, understanding new cultures, and being a more confident person, do you think it can remove, I wouldn't say remove, but do you think it can reduce things like racism?
Good question. I would say no, bro.
How come?
I'd say no, only because down to the fact that what is racism? To reduce it, bro, you'd have to reduce sin. You know what I mean? Because racism, I just see it as like, listen, racism is just sin. Yeah. Everyone who isn't racist still does something else that, do you know what I mean, is frowned upon, or do you know what I mean? It doesn't mean that I'm gonna meet someone racist, right, and tolerate them. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? Don't mean that I have to tolerate it. But I feel like, right, it wouldn't reduce it only because if that is something a sin that you are actively doing, and that is you as a person, it grinds onto your character. Yeah. So whether you're traveling or not, whether you're trying to, go there and mingle or whatever, you have that sin in your heart and you're not ready to get rid of it or to repent from it. So, you know what I'm saying? It's going to, at the end of the day, it's always going to happen. Unfortunately, I feel like racism is something that's always going to happen. But the better way to reduce it is looking at the man in the mirror. You know what I mean? If you don't give them the reaction they want, as in racist people, if you don't give them the reaction they're looking for, and your character's unaffected, no matter how horrible someone's being. Like, for instance, like I used to listen to someone called Les Brown. Who's you can actually drop a bit of Les Brown in the comments, I beg you please, because anyone who listens to that guy, he's a very good speaker, right? And he talks about personal development, right? He's a very motivational speaker. And I remember being 16 years old, right? My mum and dad used to be in network marketing, and they used to listen to a lot of tapes, Les Brown being one of them. And one thing that stuck with me since being 16 was he mentioned something that really resonated to me, and I love the opportunity to say it on this platform so that it can resonate to someone else who hasn't heard it, right? There are people that go to school and be told by either their fellow like students or by the teachers even. It's worse when it comes from the teachers or even the parents when you come home. Well, you're always failing all the time, man. You're stupid.
Yeah.
Or, come on, man, you can't be so silly, man. You're you're slacking.
Yeah.
You know, and they say all these negative words and it gets to certain students because they're so young, they don't know how to deal with this information.
Correct.
They're trying their hardest maybe, or maybe they're not trying so hard, but to hear that negativity come to them as a kid, maybe not know how to deal with that, right? So he's saying like to those people there, for even people even who are adults, right, who might go and hear someone at work, like maybe a really bossy boss, like someone who's like, oh, you're shit, mate. You know what I mean? Like people that just would tell you off, and in a bad way, like in a negative way, right? Don't let someone's opinion of you become your reality.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So racism is just someone's opinion of you.
Correct.
Yeah. As long as it's not your reality. Like I know fully well, I ain't no slave. Like, I'm just, I ain't that guy.
Yeah.
I'm most probably gonna have a business and hire that guy.
Correct.
And then fire him when he's racist. You won't have, it'll be peak for him.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, I know my worth. As long as I value myself where I should be valuing it, no one can bring that value down. You know,
True.
you feel me? So I'm not gonna stoop to someone's level. I'll just be oblivious to it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'll say, look, guys, I don't appreciate what you just did. I value myself up here.
Yeah.
Maybe if you had a bit of pride, you would too.
Yeah.
Right? And if you did as well, bro, if you did as well, bro, you'll see me exactly the same, because real recognize real.
True.
If we're both up here, you're seeing where we're both at.
Yeah.
You can't now bring me down here if we're both up here.
True.
You know what I'm saying? So maybe you need to catch up to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'll give off that kind of energy.
True.
And you know what I mean? I was still, because me being Christian as well, I'm brought up in a way that, you know, Jesus tells us, like, if you was to slap one cheek, turn the other.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To love thy neighbor. So who's our neighbor? If we're living on, and we're all inhabiting the earth, everyone we inhabit the earth with is our neighbor.
Yeah.
Right? So if we're really loving our neighbor, I mean, would you be racist to your own brother or your own sister or your own dad or your own mum, your own family? Yeah. I know there's people that probably are, but I feel like I'm talking about in general here. Yeah. If that's something that you think you can't do, then maybe you should look at more people that way. You know what I'm saying? I look at everyone like my family. Like, honestly, you having me on this show as well, bro. You're like my bro. You know what I'm saying? It's so sad that you're leaving, man. When are you going next week, next month?
I'm leaving on the 31st from Milton Keynes, and I'm leaving India on July 3rd.
Okay. Big farewell to our guy, Arjun. He's been doing bits here, so active when he's come here, such a good personality.
Thank you so much, my boy.
Yeah, man.
Thank you.
It's been great having you on the show, man. 100%,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
But-
well, having me on the show, sorry. I almost took ownership of the show. The window seat is definitely your thing. But let me reword that. Yeah, I'm just happy to be on the show, bro.
Man, anytime, dude. Like, it genuinely, like, to get an opinion about a person of how they are really and understand them truly, you can only do that when you talk to the person, have a conversation, ask questions, get that curiosity out of your mind. And honestly, the kind of questions I asked you today was a lot of questions from different students, young guys, older guys who basically had these doubts, who wanted to understand it. You know, one of the other things I wanted to ask you was also, in a lot of songs, the N word is used a lot. If I'm singing that song,
this is a good topic. Go on, let's go.
If I'm
Let's
singing
go. I
the
see
song,
where this conversation's going.
if I'm singing the song and I'm taking the word, is it something wrong? Because I morally don't have anything wrong against, but the word is wrong.
Bro, I'm so glad you asked that. All right, there's certain guys, right, black guys, that if you were to, like, you know, sing that part of the song, would feel a certain way. Like, what do you mean? Turn that off. You can't say that. You know what I'm saying? They move like that. But look, guys, if you're like that, just don't make it awkward for them, man. I'll be honest. Like, because we all know, okay? We all know nowadays, right? When someone is saying it with conviction and when someone is just saying it, you know what I mean? Like, bro, I can tell you so many white people who are allowed to come and say, yo, my nigga, what you saying, bro? I'd allow them. Because, like, you know what, they've shown me that they want to get immersed in the culture. If they could choose, they'll be black. Do you know what I'm saying? And I can see, oh, yo, bless you, man. You're definitely trying to be one of us. You know what? I'm gonna embrace you, man. Come in. You know what I'm saying? But, like, there's difference when someone is calling you. One, from conviction. They really want to treat you like you are a slave, a dirty N-word, and that's when it's unacceptable. Like, if you can decipher the difference, as a black person, I mean, if you can decipher the difference when someone means it, when someone don't, then, do you know what I mean? Embrace it. Just don't when it's techie, when somebody actually, you know, means that. But if, like, if you don't know the difference, then I understand you just being a grey area where you just like no to the word completely, and there's nothing wrong with that. I think both is fine. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with that.
Every song,
I feel like people, in their defense, I mean, people that you know that do hate the word and don't want it said. For those people's defense, I'd say it is a horrible word. And people do need to be more conscious about maybe saying that word on platforms like this, especially if if you know your music is going to be international and global. Do you know what I'm saying? That maybe, just cut it out for a bit. But, I understand that people are just, when it's lyrical thing, people just deep it too much. Like they're proper like, bro, people that are artists, they meet up, they maybe get high, maybe get drunk, maybe they don't. They're vibing. They're vibing. The lyrics might have been thought of, might have not been. Might have just been, in the heat of the moment, they got inspired. Oh, let me write that one down. Or they don't write, bro. They come in, two juice, right, I'm going straight in. Freestyle, top of the head. Let me see, I'm just going to go by feeling. So they're going in and they're just talking the way that they talk to their friends. But the way that they talk to their friends is like, nigga this, nigga that, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying, bro? And, it came out lyrically. Now, it can't be mad at that. But because it's on a global platform, everyone's looking at it differently. Oh, why is he using that word so much? Like, would you use that word in your music? Blah, blah, blah. But really, they're just being who they are, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're just talking their stuff, man, the way that they normally would. I mean,
because, even like, for example, music of popular artists, let's say Drake, let's say 21 Savage, let's say The Weeknd. A lot of these people, they use the word in their music. And of course, they're making it for a particular community and they're addressing and they're talking to that community. But again, as you said, it's throughout the world. And one very dirty tendency, what I've noticed is that in many countries, though they listen to those songs, they're inspired by the culture and they use the words there to address each other. Now, for example, in a place like India, it would just be one friend addressing the other friend because they know the culture and they like the music and they like whatever they're hearing. They're addressing each other with the N word, where they don't even know the significance of it. It's just a cool word.
Yeah, I feel like the lack on education of it has its pros and cons. Because when someone isn't educated on it and they use it freely, they're going to offend someone. It's just a ticking time bomb, isn't it?
Correct.
When they bump into someone and they say the word at the wrong time, wrong place, and they just get one blam to the face, and that's it. Now they're really black and blue. You know what I mean? But like sometimes, so for those kind of people, let's be careful who you say it around. But like, I feel like, there's sometimes where I forgot where I'm going with this. I'll be honest. Hold on. Repeat the question one more time.
No, I was saying there are these, like they make music for the particular communities, but there are kids and younger generations who are picking it up like a cool word. where that is not the way how it's supposed to be. It's, I mean, like you said, conviction of when you're talking to somebody and you're addressing it to somebody, maybe they don't mean it the same way, but when they tell it to somebody who does take it.
That's, I remember now. So like pros and cons. So obviously, that's the con, is that if you're just freely saying it without no education behind it, you don't know that it's going to offend someone and you're a ticking time bomb.
Yeah.
When on the flip side, the pros is that it desensitizes what it really is. Let's be honest.
That's wow.
You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, it doesn't mean the same thing anymore.
Exactly.
You said it back then.
Yeah.
And it meant something.
Yeah.
You say it now and it's just freely said, bro. Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be mad at you anymore.
So you're saying it's a good thing.
Actually, the reduced hatred towards the word is a good thing.
Yeah.
Because you're not giving them the satisfaction where they used to say it and it hurt.
Yeah.
Now they're saying it but we said it to each other.
Yeah, correct.
We're only going to be mad if we're that kind of person to get mad.
Correct. Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's pros and cons.
Correct.
You know what I mean? Definitely. It does desensitize it a little bit, man.
But like you said, that's a very new thing for me to hear. Like, of course, the more people use it and, like you said, desensitize it, I think things will become much different. And this, like,
it's still a horrible word. Like, we shouldn't make it mainstream.
Yeah.
It definitely shouldn't be mainstream. Just want to put that there before you slay me in the comments. But it's just that I feel like it's over the years desensitized the word, and that's a pro in my eyes, because, you know what I mean, no one's going to go to school and be like, I was called nigger yesterday.
Yeah.
And it's going to ruin their day.
Correct.
Do you know what I'm saying? They're still going to go and do the same result and still be the same person, amazing human being that they are. And they're not going to really, like, it's not going to be effective to them. It's not gonna, like, nigger doesn't hold the same power as it did before.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But Daniel, thank you so much for being part of the window seat. It was a lovely conversation, a lot of questions which were genuinely, like, out of my curiosity of what I had. A lot of questions what the public are going to hear about.
Absolutely, man.
Thank you so much. It was lovely having you. Guys, we're going to be talking to different cultures. We're going to be talking to different people, understanding what they truly are. If you have any different culture or nationality you want me to talk to, drop it into the comments, and I will see you guys for the next episode. Thank you.